Alrighty, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Pretty exciting one. Fingers crossed everything goes well, but as the title and thumbnail states, we're off to the dyno. We've got the new built head on there with the big cams. We've got the twin wastegate set up. Unfortunately, Trent from Checker Tuning couldn't fit me in before the next event, so I'm going to his mate that he recommended me. So I'm not sure how much we'll turn it up. Might just get a tune dialed in so I can drive it until I can get in with Trent, but we'll see how we go. Hopefully everything goes well. There was a little bit of dramas with those cams in that head, as you might have seen in the last video, and we had to grind the shims down, so hopefully no rocker arms come flying off. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, make sure to smack the subscribe button. Plenty of content coming. And hit the like button as well. Help push the video out, reach more people. That'd be sick. Yeah, we're stuck in traffic. The Westgate freeway is closed, which I was unaware of, which is a pain in the ass, but we're about 46 minutes out. It's probably gonna be a 2-hour drive to get there in total, but all worth it. But yeah, I'll see you guys at the dyno. Just rocked up to the dyno, around the corner. Beautiful spot out here. It'd be a nice testing call. Get her off the trailer and get her in there. Hopefully she behaves. Kilowatts. A little bit to go yet. I don't know what boost that was. The head's making a tiny bit of a frightening sound, so hopefully it holds together. We had a throttle TPS issue, so I got a new TPS. Still not working, so we're tuning without a TPS. How does it seem? What boost was that?
14.
Alright, so the timing chain managed to wriggle, the tensioner managed to wriggle itself out, and yeah, some horrible noises, but put it back together, so let's try again. Alrighty, we're back home from the dyno. Car's sitting out there looking pretty. Needs that front bar back on it, that's for sure. Yeah, what a stressful, eventful day, as always. Had some issues, had no TPS signal, got a new TPS, still no TPS signal. Wiring all checked out fine, so I don't know, we tuned it with no TPS. Who knows if it ever had a TPS signal. So yeah, and then what happened, the timing chain tensioner lock nut, because it's got a manual timing chain tensioner, backed itself out and started making some noises, so pulled the rod cover off, chain went slack, luckily didn't bend valves or jump any teeth, so tightened it back up, went again, started putting boost into it, crankcase pressure was getting high and ended up popping the breather out of the rocker cover, oil up the dipstick tube, so like I've been meaning to do it, and I'm going to do it, especially now before the next event, but I'm going to make a big catch can and breathe all 3 rocker cover fittings to the catch can, because at the moment it's got a really shit setup. There's a one-way valve coming off the intake manifold which probably lets air through as well, so once you start getting into big boosts, it's no good. I knew it was no good. So that's on the list of things to do. Unfortunately, we couldn't get a graph with RPM on one axis, so it's really hard to compare the engine with the cams and everything else. So it is what it is. We'll have to see how it drives. Still not a bad result. So keep in mind, Trent's dyno from Checkered Tuning does read, I think it's 30 kilowatt higher is what I'm hearing and what I'm understanding. 30 or 40 or something, so it reads a little bit higher. I don't know whether that's because it's a hub dyno or just in general. I think a bit of both, but we ended up making 337.5 kilowatts to the tyre on a roller dyno with the car launching forward. But yeah, unfortunately this is road speed, not RPM, so it's really hard to tell when the power comes on. But our twin gates are working in absolute dream. This is our boost here, so it comes up to about 22 pound, 22 and a half, and just holds flat. So wastegates are working amazingly. Yeah, I think before we were creeping up to 24, 25 pound. That's when we made the 370 kilowatt. But like I said before, on a pretty number happy dyno and whatnot. So the genuine 337 and a half. Oh, I'm stoked with that. I'll take that. We ended up putting the cam gear timing back to factory when I was trying to get the car started here and having all the issues. I was worried that maybe adjusting the cam gears was doing some sort of funny overlap business or something. I just wanted the thing to work because I was having all those dramas that I talked about in the last video. But so yeah, this tune by this guy is just going to get me by for this event, and then I might change the cam gears a little bit, this and that. Get back on Trent's dyno just to let Trent touch things up a bit, because he's the bloke I want tuning my car and the only bloke I want tuning my car. So, but yeah, this will get us by for the 22nd of Jan, Friday night drifts, and then get a bit of a touch-up tune coming into the first event of the Keep It Reek Battle Royale series. We're going to be doing the amateur rounds competition. I think there's 5 events-ish this year, so that'll be pretty epic. Should be a pretty good lineup. There's going to be some pretty sick cars and drivers in that one, I reckon. Yeah, I'll take the car for a cheeky little dugget up the street and see how she goes. Maybe once it gets a little bit later, because it's a warm day and I live near the beach and the roads are probably going to be a bit busy. So wait for it to die down a bit, chuck a GoPro on, and go give it a little bit of a test rip. Alright, we are back from our little test drive. Man, look what this car does to me. Shaking. That's what you want. Gets the heart absolutely pumping. So keen to go beat on this thing. We were hitting a little bit of overboost on the way back. I think it was third or fourth where I really loaded it up when I wasn't spinning. And the overboost is set at 26. Hit that. I'm picking because when it was on the dyno it was 33 degrees in the shed. Right now it's probably 18, 19 degrees and it just wants to rev to the moon and make all the power and all the boost. So I turned the boost controller down 15 and gave it one last pull and it didn't go over 22. So that's alright. So I'm probably just going to keep an eye on that at the track depending on the temperatures, what I have the boost controller set at, because otherwise it should be running a bit too much boost. Really need to get my new wideband in as well since the other one's fried, so I can tell exactly what's going on there, but car feels absolutely mental. Yeah, tune feels sick, feels like super responsive. It's just going to blitz the tyres, no dramas, so got to dump those tyre pressures though. We were just spinning all over the place, so need to put some grip in her now, but all in all, pretty happy with that. Looking good with the front bar on. Chucked the front bar on so I could make my Keep It Reap Battle Royale Amateur Series entry. Looking absolutely gangster. Yes. Yeah, that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, make sure you smack the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're not already. And yeah, we'll be on the track very soon. Video on the Skyline is going to be out very, very soon. I've finished filming it, so that's an exciting one to look forward to. And some BMW action coming soon as well. So I'll see you then.